She tugged her dress down cautiously. The man became enraged at this gesture. She was his first choice.
Pee on yourself. Pee on yourself.
The kidnapper forcefully dragged her outside. The other two women inside were paralyzed with fear. Just hours earlier, the three friends had called for a designated driver. A man entered the car wearing a mask and sprayed something at the two passengers in the back seat, rendering them unconscious. In the front passenger seat, Casey remained silent, carefully reaching for the door handle. When Casey turned, she met the man's menacing stare. He struck while still wearing his mask. When they regained consciousness, they found themselves locked in a windowless room. He yanked Marcia outside. 10 seconds later, he shoved her back in, seemingly triggered by something, and slammed the iron door shut. Marcia had followed Casey's strategy. Claire then suggested a plan, mentioning her 6 months of karate training. She thought she could overpower him physically. Casey remained level-headed, arguing that technique was useless against brute force. An hour later, the three women peered through the door crack. They spotted a woman arguing with their captor. Seeing this, they began calling desperately for help. The door opened from the outside. Casey was stunned by who she saw. It was their kidnapper, now wearing women's clothing. He promised to protect them from that other person, bizarrely referring to the three women as prepared food. His mannerisms were distinctly feminine. Soon after, he returned in his original clothes and ordered them to clean the bathroom. The perceptive Casey realized he might have multiple personalities, though she had no idea there were 23 distinct ones. Among these, there was a dominant personality controlling when the others emerged. That night, Casey opened her eyes to find him wearing children's clothes. She guessed this was another personality, a child's. Casey attempted to communicate with this childlike version who kept warning that the beast is coming. She drew the child personality close, learning there might be a way out of the room. After he left, the three women began searching for hidden panels, tapping the walls and listening carefully. Claire pulled the bed aside and started knocking on the ceiling.